Every blog you see is going to have very similar elements, and it's important to understand the anatomy of a blog when creating your own blog. So here we have Cleverpedia, Adrienne's blog, and I'm going to walk through some of the main components that make up a blog, or at least what we see on this front end. The first part is obviously the header. All blogs are going to have some type of header, logo, and you can see it's actually clickable, and it will go to the home page here. So no matter where you are on the site, if you click on the header, that's going to lead you back. Most themes, which is the framework used to kind of create the styling of the website or blog, are going to have that capability of making the header clickable, so you don't have to worry about putting that in. You also see there are two menus. She has a menu on the top that talks about what Cleverpedia is. It has some basic info such as going to a coloring book club or sharing a coloring book, which it would allow a person to guest post on her site. And then she has her social icons up here. This is also part of the theme that allows you to do both. You could always choose only to do one of these headers. So it's very flexible and customizable. So down here we have the categories that Adrienne has, and once again this is shown through the theme that she has in order to create those images. The next main part, besides the menu and the header, are the actual posts. So blog posts are these pages here that would run on the main blog page. Now, since this is a blog, all the blog posts are going to be featured on the home page. We are on justcleverpedia.com. However, say you're a website selling something and you just want to have a blog on the side, most times you'll see in the menu an option for a blog or a resource section, and if you click there, then it's going to be this rundown of blog posts, and usually it's only just a snippet. We highly encourage you guys only to show a snippet. You can show the entire post on the home page, but that can cause some issues sometimes. It can make it really lengthy. So try to keep it to just a snippet, and we'll show you more about how to do that on the back end. In addition to posts, you can also create something called a page. The difference between a post and a post will be shown on the blog, or pages are not shown on the blog. Pages are like any typical website that you might visit on the web. They're going to have their service pages and about page. Here's Adrienne's about page with her privacy policy and disclaimer. This is a page, and it can only be seen when you link to it within a menu like this, which means you could create a page and it not be seen if you don't add it to your menu. Therefore, only those that have a link, or whenever you link to it on your site, wherever you wanted people to access the page, will be able to see that page. Now, I do want to mention one other thing. You can have a menu on the bottom here. She doesn't. Instead, she has something called widgets. Widgets are the next big part of a blog. You can see them in the footer here. It allows you to do some customizable features, maybe show your most popular posts, or give a little visual engagement for people to like you on Facebook or Pinterest or Instagram. There's a whole bunch of different ways that you can add. And actually, she does have a menu. I just realized it's underneath that ad there. And she just kind of lists a few more things that she had listed on the top menu. Because let's say someone gets down here and they're like, you know what, I would actually like to learn more about Cleverpedia. Well, it's going to be difficult for them to have to scroll all the way up in order to go here, when you can have those same pages down here. Now remember, these are pages. Anything on the blog under, say, one of these categories are going to be blog posts. Now, widgets aren't just on the bottom footer there. You can actually put widgets in the sidebar too. There are lots of different places you can add those widgets, and we'll be going over how to add them in a later video. The last part of a blog are what is called plugins. Now, plugins are kind of like the plumbing and the electrical of your house, where you can't necessarily see them on this blog, but they're actually what allows Adrienne to put some really cool features on her site. So for example, if you start doing ads, they may require a plugin in order to begin featuring those. There are other plugins that we recommend adding, and we will discuss how to actually add those plugins so that you can do some really cool functionality aspects to your site in a later video. But plugins basically allows you to customize the majority of your website. They can help you do e-commerce. They could help you put together your contact page. Most contact forms are a plugin. And that is the anatomy of a blog.